When I was younger, I used to go through a FOI training. And this training was to take a young boy and turn him into a man, giving you the skill set, surrounding you around other men that's going through the process of developing themselves. Throughout this world, a lot of us are abandoned without fathers, without proper brothers or uncles, and people to be able to teach us the game. You understand me? And this unfortunate reality leaves us without a lack of institutional where we can grow ourselves. So that's why a lot of young men today don't know how to really become a man. They want to try to skip the phase of becoming a boss, and you're definitely not going to become a god. In order for us to get to those stages of development, we got to work on those principles and traits to get ourselves in order. Daily, when we're going through relationships, whether it's on business, whether it's personal, dealing with our women, we don't know how to cope with our emotions because we don't have emotional experience. So therefore, as we're trying to deal with the full range of emotions when we go through different traumatic situations, or we're dealing with an insecurity and a lack of confidence as we're moving throughout the world, we don't actually know how to deal with ourselves, so we have to learn emotional intelligence. But who gonna teach the young male how to become a man? Because they don't even want to see you have a proper plan with some goals, some ambitions, and some assets to build wealth, because that makes you powerful. They definitely don't want you to have knowledge of self. They want you coward, though. See, when you stand up and know who you are, when you go through that course system, then you know that you have a job to do. And that's make sure that you remain free in all of your power because you're powerful. But if they can make sure that you never read a book and learn, and you never become scholarful and only niggardly or pull the trigger and kill a brother because he on the same as you, now he your enemy and that's where you put your energy, this shit get fucked up. So you don't develop yourself financially, spiritually, nor physically. That's what we came to disrupt. So me and my brothers, we happen to grow in a paradigm where we know who we are as black men. You understand me specifically? We take those traits and we take those principles, and it allows us to be assertive. It allows us to have will. It allows us to have discipline. It allows us to start a goal and complete a goal. It allows us to deplete that procrastination and get rid of that fear and to be able to tap into who we really are. You understand me? I'm somebody that built with my family. My father taught me, now I'm teaching my father this internet game so we can build a business together. These infinite wealth strategies, I'm talking about the infinite abundance that you got in yourself that you don't know how to pull out because nobody gave you a strategy to how to do for self. See, it's the reason I came up with the idea and the moniker of fire your job, because at the moment you fire your job, you become a boss. You understand me? Because right now only the boss can fire you, huh? See, you ain't understand that it's a two-way street when you created a contract with somebody to give them your energy. But when you learn how to be self-assertive and you walk in that place knowing who you are, you know the proper handling of people, you have financial literacy, you know how to create you a business with the mindset, you understand me, to tap into your masculine energy and to stay in motion. See, one of the most number one important things for any man is to be in motion. And that also goes to his emotions, because when we get stuck and we don't know how to deal with our emotions, then we go into depression. When men deal with joblessness, it's worse than when women deal with it. We start to do and indulge in things of escapism that have nothing to do with our responsibilities. We become decrepit. Our health starts to fail. Our physical ability starts to fail. We indulge in game and alcoholism and criminality and all of the worst things instead of bettering ourselves by learning and developing and increasing our happiness and our focus. So my question becomes to you, are you really a man, or are you just a male that continues to grow his body? You understand me? His brain continues to form. You don't even understand yourself. See, discipline is the number one order today. Learning how to change your social groups, learning how to change your environments, learning how to change things that you view, the content that you put in your mind, learning how to understand your emotions on a consistent daily basis so that when you have a thought, and you deal with those full range emotions, to one may be insecurity, one may be like, I don't know. Maybe it'd be like procrastination, and procrastination is literally pain in the brain. So when you're thinking about things that you want to do or gain, it becomes painful to you. And instead of going further, you submit to the pain. But you have to have that self-assertiveness and that uprightness, and especially you have to have a community of people that's constantly re-triggering that confidence in you. But if you got the people that's only triggering the insecurity, it's hard to find a secure place to where you can be yourself. You don't understand that the therapy that you seek in this nature, the intimacy that you want from a woman, is not all just lustful. You want somebody that you can talk to. You want somebody that you can build with. You want somebody that you have a safe place to be able to express yourself. See, we can't heal if we're not in a relaxed environment. We can't heal things that we don't reveal. See, they don't teach the black man to get to his better qualities. They don't teach him about the better nature of self. You understand me? And in the growing and development of learning how to transmute and utilize your energy, understanding the sacredness of dealing with that sexual energy and how to transmute that into creativity, how to transmute that into power. See, the moment we start wanting power, the world is theirs and it used to be ours. See, we know his story, but we don't know our story. You understand me? We see ourselves as black men, but don't understand the hidden colors. See, I've traveled all around this world. You understand me? Speaking, whether it was in the UK, going to Jamaica, visiting the Bobo Shanti tribe, or going out there to Southampton and visiting a Shinnecock nation. Speaking at Parliament, traveling all through South Africa and speaking at different schools, teaching these young children about technology and development of self. And the reason that I have the audacity to go anywhere and be myself, stomach in, chest out, head up, is I was taught how to be a man at an early age. I was taught general orders and principles and proper handling of people and the actual facts of this world. I was taught the things that I should apply, and the number one thing that I learned is I'm a God. And not understanding that all the way through, of course, I was just like you on the opposite side of that screen, trying to figure out how to step outside and I finish the things that I started. How I take those brave ideas and I do it regardless if the world tell me that it's stupid or not. If I feel like, damn, I'm fearful because the moment that I actually get success, now I got accountability. Now you have to have the type of ability to go through those emotions when the world makes you feel less than, and know who you are and be able to attach to those standards, to have a foundation. But if you ain't got a father and you ain't never been fathered, and you ain't got a brother and you ain't never been brothered, and you ain't got a sister, you ain't got a mother, you ain't never been mothered, then you lack the family dynamics to pull yourself together. So you seeking environments, you understand me, that are other than yourself, pulling against your nature, never allowing you to tap back into that righteousness. I'm telling you this right now, you don't need them. In the words of the great philosopher Derek Grace, they need you. You know what I'm talking about? In the words of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we have to be fearless today in this hour. We have to understand that this world is ours, and we have to understand that if we learn how to build the family dynamic, then the institutions in which we take our thoughts and we project them over time, that's us. But masculinity has been attacked, it's lost, and yes, there is an agenda to make you soft. And that means you don't want to speak up, you don't want to take space. You understand me? You don't really want to be heard. Because if they tell you that masculinity ain't power, why the hell would you want to be it? If your father is missing in the home and she's speaking bad about your pops, then of course you don't want to be that man, which makes you not want to be a man. So now they preying upon you in the streets. You begging the cops to do for you what you should be doing for yourself. You begging the government to do for you what you should be doing for yourself. You waiting for some voting rights. Those are just hoping rights. You just hoping things getting right. What about who you are, your inalienable rights? What about the rights that you was born with as a man? Do you know really how to go correct your status and stand up to be who you truly are? Do you know how to start a business, learn to educate yourself to market it? Do you know how to have a baby, learn the skill sets to be a proper father? Come on, black man. It's your story, write your book. Come around another black man that'll teach you how to be, to tap into that power, that God energy. Everybody ain't with it, but that's okay. Some people afraid of this militants. Oh, they don't want to see us talking like they say the white boys might hear it. They say their corporate sponsors might fear it. They say them other people don't want to get near, but guess what? As long as God in my circumference, then you know how we rock it, man. It's that triple darkness that we come from, that self-created God spark. I ain't say you was the God, I said you was a God. Understand the difference. See, if I come from my father, then I'm his son, which means I also must come from the same substance of my father, which gives me the same potential of my father. But we have to learn how to put it in motion. You understand me? In the infinite wealth strategies, that's exactly what we do. My pop's gonna be teaching because the things that he taught me can help you as well. My sister teaching, because as she gives me the insight and the details into self, I also see the value that she has to be able to help other women. Not just be feminist, but how to be feminine. How to walk in your full grace and your full power. How to heal yourself. You understand me? Because the world wants you to kill yourself trying to keep up with men when the only thing you got to do is be a woman. My younger brother has the power to teach you the spiritual order of today. But in the word spiritual is the word ritual. And if you can't commit to the rituals, you can't properly be spiritual. You don't know how to take your ki, your energy. You don't know how to move that ki jong that's within the body. You don't know how to meditate your mind and align that right and left brain hemisphere. And once you learn how to properly put these things in order, then you walk around the world with your own environment, your own atmosphere, and your own power. Now that's different. See, I know you hear about things like NFTs, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and you're like, well, how do I get started? We teach you how to take that letter to Garcia. Once you join the Infinite Wealth Standards or the Infinite Wealth Strategies, you're going to understand exactly what that letter to Garcia is. That's that ability to truly take initiative. And when you take initiative, nothing is in your way because you know how to get past every excuse to that self-determination and execution. Make sure y'all tap in to Infinite Wealth Strategies because it's infinite wealth, but we need strategies if we gonna do for self. Tap in. Infinite Wealth Strategies.